Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Horst Lüning, and I'm the master taster of Whisky.com. Today we taste the brand new Bowmore Small Batch. This is a single malt whiskey from the Isle of Islay, off the west coast of Scotland, and it's the oldest distillery on the Isle of Islay. This one is matured in bourbon casks, and we have first fill bourbon cask and second fill bourbon casks. The bottle is not very expensive, around 30 to 40 euros or dollars. The ABV is quite low with 40%, so it's a bottle for the mass market. And the whiskey carries no age statement, so it might be quite young. Bowmore is famous for its bottlings out of sherry casks, of Oloroso sherry casks, and it's famous for its peat smoke in the aroma, but the peat smoke is not that heavy as it is at the south coast of Islay, at Lagavulin, Ardbeg and Lefroy. No, it's more moderate. It's around 30 to 35 ppm phenols in the smoke. On the card box there are a few important things. It's a small batch, as I said, but nobody tells me how big such a small batch is. Then it's a bourbon cask matured, and here is a few sentences about the history of Bowmore. And on the back, good things come in small batches, crafted from two different types of bourbon casks, then blissfully married together. Our small batch exhibits the best qualities of both. First fill bourbon offers delicious vanilla sweetness because the fresh cask, which carried before bourbon, still have a lot of caramelized sugars in the oak wood, and there the sweetness comes from, and the lignin, the substance which gives the hardness to the oak, is converted into vanillin during the firing or the toasting and burning process which happens inside the cask during fabrication to activate the wood. Subtle spices and bourbon oak smoke to complement Bowmore's gentle, peaty smokiness. Bourbon oak smoke? No, there's no smoke coming out from the bourbon oak. No, not at all. The smoke comes from the peat, which is used in the fire to dry the barley for the mashing process. Bowmore's gentle peat smokiness, while the second fill cask enhances Bowmore's fresh, fruity complexity and showcases its trademark honey and creamy malt character. The second fill casks have already extracted most of their substances into the first whiskey which rested into these casks. So the character of the fresh whiskey from Bowmore itself, coming out from the yeasts and the distillation process, this character of the distillery character, is brought into the final product. So the best from both casks. One means the caramel from the oak staves and the peat smoke from the first cask, and the second cask brings the distillery character. On the eye, warm gold. I'm sorry, it's colored. Breathe in vanilla fudge, sea air, and peat smoke balanced beautifully by honeycomb and cinnamon spice. Sip mouth-watering citrus, gentle saltiness, and vanilla with flakes of coconut. Savor the wispy smoke, bourbon vanilla, and lime finish. It's not that smoky at the cork, so it's really moderately smoked by the peat fire. Sorry. There's a start, of course, with the peat smoke. The peat is present, but not that intense, not that sharp. It's quite a friendly peat smoke. And beside the peat smoke, some smoky whiskies have such a strong peat smoke that you're not able to taste anything else for the first 1 or 2 minutes you nose your whiskey. This one is well balanced, and the smoke is present as well as the character from the cask, so the vanilla and the fudge, and a light citrus fruitiness from the distillery character. Everything together. With a little time, a light sweetness appears, like these honeycomb, which was said on the card box. But I can't find the cinnamon. Cinnamon is one of my very, very favorite spices. There. But the citrus is getting stronger. There's a first impact of the citrus note, and then there is an oiliness, very untypical for Bowmore. And in the back there is some oak. It's not that bitter, so the maturation period might be not that long. There's no age statement on the bottle. The law says it has to be 3 years and a day old. But typically those whiskies are older, and if you you taste a unpeated whiskey, then you're able to find a metallic note in young whiskies. In this case, there's this peat smoke on top of it, and it perfectly covers any youthness, or this whiskey is indeed older than 6 or 7 years. During the first 6-7 years in a cask, the sharp metallic notes from the raw whiskey convert into more complex aromas. This is called the subtraction maturation, and this has worked well here in the casks, and there's no metallic note from the youthness, so this should be older than 6 or 7 years. Yeah, the oiliness in your mouth still there. There's no bitterness at all, so the casks are quite young. And now the vanilla and toffee appear stronger than before. Yeah. Good value for the money. It's not that expensive. 40% ABV, just enough to have a good balance between alcohol and aromas. So it doesn't need more ABV to be a good one. Thank you for watching Whisky.com, and stay tuned, and if you like this video, give me a thumb up. Thank you for watching.